Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Basement Card Collector. Today's video is going to be a video response for our new buddy Dave over at Vintage Dave T. Dave is celebrating his 100 subscribers and he's asked us to do a VR about how our favorite team has made a trade or a free agent signing from his favorite team, the Seattle Mariners. And so what we have for you today is, I found some cool cards here. I have some old school logos to kind of celebrate his favorite team, the Seattle Mariners, from those old Fleer sticker cards. Here is the vintage style Mariner with the trident. Here's that 1990 Fleer version with the blue and yellow that we're probably all familiar with. And he has asked us to say or describe or talk about the team, a trade that has been made with our favorite team. And I found two old school Cubby stickers as well, just to kind of show off the uniforms. We're going to go with that yellow one on top. And looking on the trading card database and looking on Baseball Reference, I was looking for big names or major players that have played for both the Seattle Mariners and the Cubs, and if there was a cool trade or not. And what I found out was the answer is no. There wasn't a really great trade or a really whoa, great deal was made between these two teams. And so when I went through looking for the players that were mentioned, and these are we'll call them the top 5, if you will, players that have played for both the Mariners and the Cubs. And I believe they all came from just free agent signings. Nothing too noteworthy, actually. Thad Bosley played for both. Here he is on the 86 tops. Let's get one more stand in here. A pitcher, Mr. Heathcliff Slocum. I've actually seen his name pop up a few times on other guys that have made videos for Dave's channel. Heathcliff was a Cubby to start out. He also played for the Mariners. Domingo Ramos. I think if I remember right, he was one of the few that had played, close to 1,000 total games, and a big chunk of them came with the Mariner side. But 1990 tops, Domingo Ramos. A pretty cool mention here, Mr. Mike Morgan. Here he is on the 93 Donruss. And now he eventually played with several teams, but I like to think of him as a Cubby. That's Uncle Mike for old Sarge Collects. Dan, that's Uncle Mike. And probably the biggest name, not biggest, but biggest name, Mr. Jamie Moyer. And actually, I thought this was kind of cool. He did pitch for both teams. He pitched for, I think, 74 years. I think he was 108 when he retired, if I remember reading that right. No, just kidding. But 1988, this is the Topps Tiffany version. That's him as a very young Jamie Moyer. And the coolest player, the only Hall of Famer, actually, that had played with both the Mariners and the Cubs, Mr. Rich Gossage, the Goose. He, at this point in the 89 tops, he was nearing the end, but I believe his last year was spent with the Seattle Mariners. And Dave, you could help me out with that if that's... But he is the only Hall of Famer that I found in my quick little research that actually played for both squads. Dave's Mariners and my Chicago Cubs. And it was not a trade made directly. He didn't go from one to the other, but he is the only Hall of Famer that we could come up with. So there you go. And one little bonus fact, one of my favorite players and one of the most famous Chicago Cubs players actually was born in the state of Washington, Mr. Ryne Sandberg. Here he is on his 1983 tops. Actually born in the state of Washington. Never a Mariner player, of course, but I thought that was a cool connection for Dave, who was a fan of all the Seattle teams. And I would encourage you to go check out Dave's channel. His contest runs to the December 29th. And again, your favorite team, was there a trade made? Was there a free agent signing from and swap to the Seattle Mariners? So Dave, congratulations on the 100 subs. I do encourage you, go check him out. I'll leave a link to his channel, of course, but Vintage Dave T, celebrating 100 subs. And actually, when I am recording this, he's at 183. So Dave, you're almost to 200. So congratulations on the first 100, and you're almost there to the second 100 already. So thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.